Hello, Hattrick friends. Sunday evening, time for some action from San Marino. Got a picture. Nice. Let's see. The situation in the league is pretty much everyone playing in spots, including me. But we'll follow the top flight, of course, and some of the San Marino teams that we know are playing tonight. Feyotano Fins did sell out. Didn't they? I will see if there's anything to play for in the match against Once Baltrinquis. Looking at the top flight, let's see, today Penarosa up against 5th placed Schalke Timito 04. Vegan against Vegan FC 1902 against Myalinas. A battle to hang on for both of them. All even in the goal difference department here, so could be vital ahead of the final round. Sonic the Hedgehog playing against Piccolo Obisa, but none of the teams below the relegation zone can move out of the zone. Piccolo Obisa will be hoping to win, in order to, well, there's always the chance of escaping the qualifier zone. Hey, Oregano. Do you think you have a chance today? I added your match, but I'm not entirely sure that it's viable today. I did see you winning last round, so maybe. Round 14. Penarosa Bramante up against Damiano Tomasi. Vegan playing against Schalke. Myalinas. Was it Forti Calcio? I already forgot. No, Schalke. Not much to play for today. Last week was against another sold out team. Alright, I was wondering why you would win any match. But if it's a comparable scenario for the opposition, that explains it. That certainly does explain it. Hey, McCulloch. Good evening to you as well. Now, I probably won't need much luck in the match today, but yeah, I did have someone pointing out that it could be that some of the teams in the promotion zone will be throwing matches in order to directly avoid that direct promotion. And a few of them are actually probably not that well suited for playing in 3rd division, so that might be a chance. But I'm still thinking, I don't think all of them will be doing so. I did get an injury in Denmark today, but we did win the division there as well. Just show it for the matches here. 8 points clear now. Probably won't. We're playing this team, so at home, I'm thinking we should be able to secure at least a point. Unfortunately, we had an injury for a core player. Mods it, yeah, of course. I'm playing to promote directly. Training scoring at the moment. Crossing my fingers. If I can get the chance, I will probably sacrifice some training minutes for Nils Hauge here. Another core player. He's the least talented of the players in the squad. So I'll probably try to sacrifice a little to get Lisau's training share up, if he's ready on Wednesday, that is. Timuch subscribing to the YouTube channel. Got a little startled by the alert there, I must admit. But that's a good thing to be startled over, I think. Certainly. Now, if we can win like 13-14 nil today, it would probably how fast do players get experience? Oh, here comes the underestimation as well. I think I want to show you, like if we go to Sanotti here, and if we look at his performance history. So if we look, as long as we look at this page, you see in this estimation, Sanotti has played 5 to 6 matches, league matches, and it gives him 17.5 experience points at a minimum, 21 at a maximum. So it takes five times this amount, roughly, to gain a full level N experience, because it takes 100 points here. Now, a cup match is triple the league. So if you have a good run in the league, he could probably gain much more experience. At least I'm fairly certain, and I think a qualifier is double So if you only play in the league, for instance, you will probably gain roughly a level and a bit more per season in the league, from the league games, that is. Cup match is double. I thought it was... No, I didn't have any. Unfortunately, I didn't have any cup matches. Oh yeah, it is doubled. Yeah, true. 3.5. A qualification match is also double. A secondary cup match is half of a league match. Now what you want your players to participate in order to gain experience, it's international matches. Let's take a quick look at the match in the top flight. Schalke Timito versus Penarosa Bramante. It's a kind of a duke. It's a missed man mark. Penarosa, pretty good conversion rates. I think they should be pretty good favorites for this one. They'll be keeping an eye, perhaps, on Myalinas. Who look like favorites tonight against Vegan. They are the two chasing parts. The two that can realistically overtake Penarosa Bramante. I guess Damiano Tomasi could in a wild turn of events, but Piccolo Visa favorites for this one, Sonic the Hedgehog. Strong counter divine +3. Did you see the HFI information? It will be so fun apart from the gamer time. Or game time. Gamer time. Saturday, 18:30. I did notice, and I was actually hoping for Sunday match day. Because it's much more likely for me to be able to stream on Sundays rather than Saturdays. But I guess they don't want it to clash with the other homegrown league. Trepichetti. We used to play against Trepichetti. But yeah, I don't think there's any other. Maybe Friday at 18:30 as a worse time for. Probably just as bad as Saturday 6:30. We also following Turisto Lituano. It's made it 1-0. Sanatti, Silvestro Sanatti. Result of a set piece 5 minutes into the game. A substitution now. What is going on here? One, two, three, four. Is he trying to confuse the game engine or something? What kind of instruction? Hey Hamson, good to see you in chat. I mean, okay, so it happens after the man mark has missed, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many changes can he actually do? He must have a tactical assistant, I guess. Ooh, we've taken the lead. First shot, first goal. Camillini. 1-0. Hey, Colin. Good luck, boss. Thank you. Hopefully you guys have had some good luck today as well. Or in the weekend. Perhaps during the matches or during your scouts call. Hattrick life certainly gets a little easier with a little luck. Tanking throughout the season, but my main striker has made the under-21s World Cup team and got his first minutes. Good weekend. That's a nice way to start the weekend if you are following an under-21s prospect closely. Camillini has done it once more. Which national team are we talking about? I remember the campaign where I had Zanotti playing for San Marino, and I had 2 players in the squad for Denmark. One of them only gaining 3 matches, and the other some 12, I think. And I remember the excitement on Fridays. Onze Baltringues. Oh yeah, that's true. Probably not much to play for Phaeton of Finns in reset mode. Switzerland, let's take a look. Good little striker cycle going on. Beast United. Is he a homegrown? Not a homegrown, but... Whoa. How... It's such a price. 9.7 million euros. Dumamuth. Hey MJ, your match is in the viewer. Vegan has taken the lead. Dino Gasolini. And that means right now they are actually leading. And you are in the lead as well. Zanotti, we like the side of Zanotti goal for sure. Brother from another mother, Zanotti. Most likely, yeah. Fairly common name. .5 stars. Pigro Obisa. Massen. Squeezing into the top 4. Lots of football to be played though. How much? Somehow the expected goals from the Hattrick Helper simulator has improved since he made all those adjustments. Oh, and I was trying to look at some staff. Biggie. Hey, Kitus, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Does Zanotti have any chances of ever making the San Marino national team? He does, but it depends on the whole luck of the entire what do you call it, cycle. That is a plan B should the cycle fail and we can't really compete to a level of my satisfaction, probably. And then I would probably just train him for the national team instead. But I'm having a good feeling about the cycle as a whole. And if we stick to the training planner, he will not be good enough. It's simply two different things. Training for a financially, I wouldn't say sustainable cycle, but a more financially well-rounded cycle with competing as a chance. You want to play a women Hattrick Femme? I'll probably make a team, yeah, of course. I am fairly certain it's not. I'm not going to try to be competitive or to make a run for the top early, because I have to try to see if I can sustain both Interkalvehave and Kalvehave CF, my Danish team, because both teams will hopefully be playing at a higher division level next season. Would you mind showing your training plan in the halftime? Certainly not. I'll show it. Agreed. It's unfortunate, but can't have everything in Hattrick. I'm just playing for fun and to train a bunch of under 21 guys. But leveling up in the league system is a different beast. Yeah. I mean, it would be fun if it could align more the two things somehow. Kalvehave girls crush the league. Yeah. There was a girls team in my youth club and my club as a kid and a young man, probably. At some point at least. Panarossa will be lacking a PNF for the final round of the season. Hey, Edo Sensei. Hey, looks like I'm going to win at league. Didn't expect it at all. First season after going up, can't go up again. Should I lose last round or just go and lose in the qualification? If you have the option to play a qualifier and lose it, I would probably do that. Because you'll get a much better match than a friendly for gate receipts. Again, it could be that you are facing some kind of a throwing team. There's also experience, yeah, and it's worth double the experience of a cup match, of course. Yeah, if you can engineer it like that and make sure that you actually lose. Promote twice and get the achievement. I'm planning to get that achievement. Just not right now. I'm hoping to get it in Denmark, for sure. Now, if you're playing against a qualification match against a team above your league level, they should definitely be less sad. Why wouldn't it be possible? I mean, it depends on the league. I don't know. Italy, probably not. Aren't you playing in Italy, Ero Sensei? Why not go up the division? Depending on your situation, if you are certain you will be taking a rough beating each and every week, Croatia. So you are about to promote to third division, or? You could also be facing a rebuilding team. I mean, some third division team will be facing Phaeton of Finns. You could be playing against Hampson next season then. Just saying. Tolisto. MJ. You're up 2-0 now. Marino Salucci. So depending on what kind of not even the strongest team in my league. Frangioni. Nicks the ball. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Penalty. Giro Lomoni. Come on. Oh no. Once. 3-0 up now. Pedro Pablo Cuenca. Would you mind sharing your team ID? Because then we can check out your league. Poor opponent changed tactics like 10 times at the start just to be down 0-3 after 24 minutes. Brutal. Oh, you think the bot here? Yeah. Another reason why I want to promote this season is to make it a bit more entertaining to follow the series. Pennarossa Bramante. Pedrish Upleich. 1-0, and that means Pennarossa are in the lead in the live standings of the league. Team. What would be the goals for next season in Division 3? It's going to be a bit of a scrappy fight, I think, because we are still training scoring, which I will reveal that in a halftime. It's not anything new for anyone who followed the Let's Play series. I've been documenting everything within Calvaheo with this team since I opened the team. What? 3 years ago? So we are in week... What did I say? Week 130. That's just the cycle. Oh, but 119 episodes so far. Like roughly 5-6 minutes, right? In case you haven't seen the series by any chance. Anyway, let's check C. Urava Red Diamonds. Oh, you're playing the weakest team. statistics. Average 41. You're not doing bad. What about just one season above? Yeah, I see why you wouldn't relish. Long shot, Kulach. This season has been scoring training for my first team as well. It's not easy from a competing perspective. No, certainly not. But after that, it's really time to start climbing. It will be, because I'll be able to train at least 6 core players. And passing is just going to be the best. I'm so much looking forward to training passing at the end. 4-0. Stewie Benton. Oh, Kamalini has missed a right-hand chance as well. But yeah, we are playing it cool, so I'm facing the same scenario both in Denmark and in San Marino with the scoring training. I was thinking about making a recommendations to the cycle training thingy. Now I've decided to train a forward. I probably think that had I known about the limitations of scoring training, I would have chosen to do it at the first possible moment after getting the PNF into the squad, because it's going to, if I had passing and playmaking as the only remaining training things right now, I wouldn't be worried about next season if I promote, but I kinda am right now. Because we will have to play players out of position. Nothing better than seeing half the squad developing passing skills every other week. That's probably not going to be the case, because Zanotti is already outstanding passing, Luke is outstanding, Francioni is brilliant even, Belzigano magnificent, Kamalini outstanding, magnificent passing for Igor Becker. We won't need a lot of passing. But that's also the flexibility thing that I've been doing in order to save money, because I didn't really come from a wealthy position. So probably in a scenario with more money, I would train scoring earlier. That being said, it was a conscious decision to train some passing along the way in order to keep the wages down, and that thing works. Vito Barbaresco Castelli has made it 1-0 for Tre Pichetti. 39 points. Oh, they are probably going to promote, I guess. I was thinking about buying one PNF and train PM instead of 6 17-year-olds. So you would, how many would you train in? What are you training right now? There you are. You're training wingers? Oh, you're training. Yeah, I mean, that's a good choice, probably. playmaking. You would probably get a lot of easy goals with a PNF. What are you training on the 50% slot? I found potential wingers. Today they play like this. But potential wingbacks seem to be gaining more value than from a 50%, like from passing, and from a 50, potentially 66% playmaking spot. As a recommendation for the 50% slot. Oh yeah, that's also a fine, like if you also try to balance some performance. Then again, I don't know how much performance do you really need. Once Baltringues. Silvino Forcelli. Equalizer for Myalinas against Weekend FC. It's now 1-1. Alberto Filippi. In the right-left sector. You can say it like that. Another for Trepeccini. This time it's Andrea Amarone Ambrosini. Central chance. For Calcio. Takes the lead. Mossa il Profeta Fresso. Left attack. 34 minutes into the game. Oh, wait, I should add a certain match. How could I forget? Nasty Dragons. He's not online, but he's leading. Looks fairly comfortable. Would be fun if you catch Nasty Dragons in 3rd division. Nasty Dragons are going to promote to 2nd division. Hey, Bolgador. Yellow card. Oh. He'll be missing the final round. What do I think about the female league? I think it's a good thing to try to introduce. I mean, what if it could attract like a more like female managers to the game. I've only heard of a few, and it's not something I'm going to be overly hyped about, but that's because I'm already about to, like, in a pretty close to a competitive phase with two of my teams, but that's circumstantial. 5-0 for Uns Baltringues. The best strategy from day one, probably to train like, obviously for the first, I don't know, a few scouts called, you don't want the youth team. I think you want the possibility to just recruit teams directly into the senior team. Be lucky. Being lucky is always a good strategy, right? Now, maybe not. And I think trying to train like for early push, playmaking, I think. Six seasons. Yeah, at the very least. And that is if it's not successful at all, I guess. It doesn't, but it's not necessarily. But it's not. It's not necessarily going to end after 6 seasons. It's not a given. The only thing that's a given is the fact that it will be free to play for six seasons. What are your plans after those 6 seasons, Hampson? Just a 5th regular team, or? A new farm club. Yeah. Trebiceri now up 3-0. Ambrosini di Amarone. Going for the long-term plan with the FEM, maybe forcing promotion for 1-2 first season, but then setting up for patient youth and production and team building. But that would probably also, like, if you don't go for the full rush, but doing something a bit more sustainable, perhaps, you could potentially sit pretty strongly. Perhaps a little like the Piquetti 4-0 now, penalty Giussani. Probably a little like Penarosa Bramante. Even though that's still an impressive run of top flight seasons. Halftime. Training planner time. Training. Alright, so the training planner for Inter Calverhaven. Right now it has 2 weeks of scoring and like this is kind of messy. There'll be no transfers at start. For how long? I have no idea. Do it in smaller. No, the thing is, this is. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I might have. Right now, it's only because I chose to train some scoring while I was in 4th division. Not having to do it next season. The sooner I can get this bit over with, the better. This should probably be readjusted though. Because this should be 1 week for the qualifier. Wait a minute, what am I doing now? Oh, I should just move it like this. And then it's just like it could be we have to flex perhaps for round 2 of the cup. It depends on the new seed. Let's just save it. So week 13, 14 in the league. That's 14, 15 in the league system or the calendar system. Then 1 week as we play. I have a feeling we have to train playmaking for the qualifier match to have the players in the best possible position. Another reason why I like these bits to be separated in chunks that resemble a full season is because at some point I'll have to do this adjustment. And this plan used to hold the stamina information as well. But I think I adjusted it all to 10% because, quite frankly, I don't know exactly when we will be cranking up the stamina in order to try to compete. So wages definitely, like, maybe it's also because the way the market is behaving at the moment, being very low across everything you really look at the moment. But of course, having more money saved up before starting the cycle would definitely make it a lot easier if you didn't have to think a second about trying to keep the wages down. Looks really solid, I like it. And the fact you have 2 specless core players is really nice, I think, financially. Those SE Ravens are maybe not worth the increase in wages. It could be. It might be we lose a few battles every now and then, but I mean, Sanati's going to be a beast still. Well, I don't know why I'm looking at this guy. Still, he's kind of among the starters. Pagnoni. Oh, he's 38. He's also one of the starting players. You can tell that he's getting old. I'm hoping to be able to keep a top 4 spot next season. Hopefully gaining an extra round or 2 compared to last season. Disagree with the specless players. Optimizing all special event lineup is a thing to do with really competing on the highest possible level, small margins. Yeah, I agree about that, but I've said it. I've said before that I would also like to. Perhaps San Marino isn't the biggest country to do this in, but it's still a fairly competitive country because there's a lot of ambitious Italian managers, and that will affect the competition for sure. But I agree with you, Oregano. I wouldn't choose to do so because of a financial aspect. Like those wages will like you'll be saving that on your on the account while you cry because you lose to to this special event, right? That being said, Francioni and Camillini did have some pretty nice stats starting out as well. Claudio. Hey, Amandes. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Could do a little more luck across the board, the youth academies and such. We are running out of luck a little. Penarosa are actually in a position to clinch the title if matches end the way they are at the moment. There's some talk about it in the Swedish forums. Some have restarted their builds recently because they realized the extra skill training is worth more than the extra wages. Also, you but then there's the third bunch of managers, right? The ones who have hoarded for so long that they just do both. They just do spec national team players, and then they make sure to be the national team coach. Which probably, I mean, this is not to point fingers because Papamish did train some truly amazing players for his team, right? And then he also I wish I could afford both. I simply wouldn't have the patience. I would lose my account, I think, before saving up that much. I mean, looking at the players that Papamish trained, I probably wouldn't, but I would feel like I could spend my time better. For small countries, that may be true. I mean, you could take the chance and train the player to national team levels, but you probably would need your player to be selected most of the time in order to make it sustainable by any chance. Second half about to start. I mean, if we can make it 12. The problem is we already missed a few times. I'm just thinking within the like if we look at the training planner, just to manipulate some playmaking here. So 1 week training. Wait a second. Here. 21. That's 2k euros. 447. I mean, it just gets so steep. Of course, the wage reduction will kick in, but and I know it's not updated every week, of course. But I mean... Okay, he's a header specialist, though. So I should be looking at Francioni, though. What do I think about long shot teams? I think it's probably good that it was adjusted somehow. Sometimes it does look like pressing is a bit too effective against long shots. From what I've heard, like the last Danish manager to win the top flight with a long shots team told me it was kind of boring, to be honest. But I guess that's a matter of taste. I haven't tried training a long shots team. And that's not necessarily my opinion because I don't know. My own reason for going with a more conventional build is because I like to be able to, perhaps, I hope that I can put my team together in such a way, or the squad, that I'll be able to play on counterattack every now and then as well. To get the best of, like to have a few more tools at my disposal. Giussani, 5-0. I think it's a reload time because we have some matches. Well, it's not the Mass Effect music right now, but it's from the same source. Long shot. Why would you do so, Girolamo? You're too smart and too experienced to do such a thing, and then... Pretty good crowds in the top flight. Maybe not in the rain here. They could be doing better as well. The sun. Did I ever win the league in the first division, and how? I have never won a top flight division ever. So I couldn't tell you how, but I could tell you how I ran out of money on earlier attempts. I ran out of money by failing to plan. And failing to plan is planning to fail. Yeah, I think I've like reached third division. And then at some point, you just reach a state where once you try to sell your player, you will not be getting in more money. So you can't really build upon what you have. But I guess that was also by playing more like playing it like Football Manager, for instance. If you play like a lower league save in Football Manager, where you start at the low level, and then you try to promote and build the entire team and eventually win the Champions League. Filippo Lovino whacks in a free kick resulting from the counter here. A little bit of trouble for Nasty Dragons, perhaps. They're just 1 point ahead of Pizzione Pelone. But as I remember, Alaric does have a fairly comfortable position in the final round. The starting budget in Intercalvaher was roughly around 20 million euros. So I spent a little over, like around 3 seasons preparing. Once Baltringues 6-0 up. Diego Rastelli, assisted by Pedro Pablo Cuenca. I probably started a little too early compared to what most people would recommend. But I've been trying to mix and swap back and forth in order to keep the wages down, and I think if we can consistently do a little better in the cup, for instance, we should be able to squeeze out some money to invest in the remaining parts of the team. 20 million in 3 seasons sounds nice. It was a different time back then, I have to say. But the 4 winger trainees, you can see here Minarelli, 75 million euros, sold for 4 million euros. Did I say 75? I said 75,000, sold for 4. Tolly Naivalurura, 87, 4 million in. Mercado, 21,000, 3.4. And Johnson Odom, 18,000, 3.3. And then the other, like Kjell Danielsson, sold for 11, bought for 7. Marin Rachko, you get the picture. It's fun to look at some of the old names here. Richie Keck. 16, that's 1.6 million. Oh, then a little skill trade here. 11 days. Daniel Rieling. 8.1. 600,000. Pino Maletti. Turisto has made it 3-0. Marino Salucci down the left. Skill trade on a 50% position. Yes. The only way to do it. Because at that point I was training Zanazzi most likely. I'm planning to have a starting budget of around 60 million and then wait for a solid inner midfielder from the youth academy and then build a team around him. 2 other good trainees from my country on under 21s level. You'll be safe and sound. 60 million. In my eyes, that's a huge budget. But then again, like if the market was in full swing, I would be skill trading on at least 3 players each week. Whatever possible, 2 or 3 while training playmaking, right? That's probably the way back then when the market was high that you could make the most from playmaking, I think. And I know because I spoke to I had no stadium at all while I built for this build, and I mean Stadio della Libertà is what, 65 already. It also depends, like if you have if you want to spend some time trying to skill trade. I'm probably going to have a look at it once we go back to proper playmaking training again. But once the market is squeezed down, there's so little margin for profit, I think. Hi, once I get my midfielders to level 14, 15, should I continue with passing training or maybe defending? Hi bikers, welcome to the chat. That depends what your goal is. And what level you play at. I would most likely advise you to train them in more than one skill. So defending, definitely. I started my plan by training defending. If you look at Zanazzi here, he's world-class defending. But definitely the right skills. Unless you hate money, you should swap now. Onto 7-0. With today's market, what should I train? Like for pure profit? Do you have any money? Do you have any starting capital to invest? Like if we're talking pure profit, I would probably recommend set pieces on goalkeepers. But that takes some starting capital. I would probably look at building some strong wingbacks or players that could potentially turn into great wingbacks. By the way, when I joined Hattrick, I was lucky to see your video about training wingers, so I started with that and got them to level 15. It gave me such a nice boost in the league. When did you start? Or playing for the under 21s now? Nice. I mean, the excitement of getting a player to the national team and also being a little scared. Will he drop form? Will he gain form? The excitement. That's kind of fun. Alright, so I will admit that it's been a while since I trained purely for profit, so I'm not paying attention in the same way I used to. As a fairly new team, I would probably still look at winger. But I might want to start out training some winger and then finding some players on top of, like, after a while, maybe world-class winger, maybe not, maybe even less, but then adding like a range of defenders to train alongside the 4 main winger trainers, trying to build some potential wingbacks. I think 20 million. That's a pretty nice budget to start. For the Nasty Dragons, you are giving up the first position. Turisto, Lituano. 4-0. Who said something about catching the Nasty Dragons? What? But then again, training set pieces on keepers means you get to get a sound beating each and every week. I mean, there's this guy in my league. He started out by training the half-baked players, the half-baked wingers. One of them I have anyway. So this guy is training. He's training set pieces on keepers. So like he has 40 million plus surplus from the transfer sales. Then he has whatever he's made along the way. Plus he has whatever is invested into his squad right now. When this guy starts, it's going to be a force. Because he can also keep some keepers in the squad, probably. I would buy as many 1920 wingers level 14, 15 as you can afford on training them defending. To my experience, those have a pretty solid profit. Salustiano Jesus with the equalizer, and that means Nasty Dragons only had a little scare. Now they're back up to first place. That's probably a pretty good shout. The thing about winger training is, like, the demand for mono-skilled, or at least only mono-trained wingers with fairly decent side skills was just extremely high. And then a lot of people started producing those players. But I think the combination of winger and defending is a winning combination at the moment. Finding top wingbacks or players that could potentially be that. I know, let's just go. Yeah, I would probably favor high defending side skill. Unpredictable, powerful header, maybe not. Quick. Let's just. Okay, he's 30. Wow, yeah, okay. This is sad. Solid scoring. A waste. Lacking playmaking. Still a fairly decent player though. Oh, wait a minute. Penarasa up by 2 now. Jürgen Rabatin. Oh, Forte did it again. Trouble for Nasty Dragons. What about the final round? What about the final round? Pizzione. SC San Marino. Idealo. Whoa. Alaric. How is the other top match going here? Vegan and Myalinus. If it ends like this, they won't be able to challenge any of them, and they'll be crowned champions. Minera Sacramento. Antonio Di Guili can't keep up with Bolini. The quick striker. Ooh, the equalizer from Nasty Dragons. This is getting spicy. Santi Ugolini. Rossi. Isidoro Rossi. Isudoro Rossi. Emiliano Pamo. The core players of Nasty Dragons are a bit older than my core players. The question is though, the surrounding players, a few of them are fairly old. The question is, will we be close to the top flight or thereabouts at the same time? Pelligioni. Renato. Not doing well enough on his effort. At the... like, if things stay like this, I'm fairly certain there will be... Never say never though, because some might be throwing their matches for that direct promotion, but I'm thinking it won't be like that. Piccolo Obisse, 2-0. And Once, PNF goal, Dan Miesica. Frederik Hagelstad. Heilstad? That's probably a Danishism. Yeah, Danishism. I was saying like 13, 14-0 could probably give us a chance for direct promotion. I'm curious to see the promotion standings after the match. Another chance for Turisto. Salucci. And it's 5-1. Salucci down the left. 61%. And it's a hat trick. Congratulations. Oh, how many players in squad is the most optimal in competitive phase? Well, honestly, I'd say if you have like, obviously, like compared to like what is your build composing the strongest, balanced? 11. If you're rich and extra keeper, wow. An extra winger and defender, well, probably 15, 16. The best team in Denmark, the top flight champion, has won. He's unbeaten this season. Ooh, Myelinas grabs the lead here. Alberto Filippi. That means they might be able to challenge Peñarosa Bramante in the final round of the season. They have like 14 very strong players. So if you think that your base is something like 3-5-2, an extra defender, striker, keeper, perhaps a winger towards, or an inner midfielder towards the wing, that could also potentially be inner midfielder winger. 15, 16 players. Samuele Rosti, ready to shoot. Free kick, but it hits the post. Peñarosa Bramante doing whatever they can to put pressure on. Uplaish, Latvian striker here, quick striker, makes it 3-0. A few extra chances, maybe just Volukis didn't score tonight. I'll have to check something. Actually, no, just check the match. Laden dicht. Oh, but Savoli is on the bench, so he won't pick up. Trastulli. Wouldn't mind a fifth. Wouldn't mind a fifth. Certainly don't. There it is. Roberto Trastulli. More. Plus 55. It's not all bad. Injury. And a red card for Tentoni. No injuries now. Great stream, good chat. Time to watch the IRL Inter in the derby. Ciao. Thank you so much for stopping by, McCulloch, and enjoy the derby. Go Inter. I'm doing an experiment in the friendly. Going to man mark player A. Oh, in midfield or something? I mean, when is that happening? When is that happening? On Wednesday? Like, I'm just... Should I even log in on that day? Wednesday. Don't you crash my friendly. Time for some gamel. Gamel. It would be interesting to see, like, if the first man mark... Will a man marker ever lose defending, though? Or a man mark target? Treppikeri dominating. Sarelli from the corner. Menancini. Myalinas. Filippi. Could be a Hattrick hero. Sealing the comeback and the match. Interesting. Ahead of the final round. Forti Calcio. Can't really do anything to escape demotion. Relegation, perhaps. Still, I think any fan mood or anything they can take into the off season, trying to build, because they're actually still building a fairly strong homegrown team, I think. I'll be honest, I didn't exactly look into the team composition here. Chance for Schalke, but it's a regular chance. There's no way. No way. Even though I do remember scoring out 1%. Vegan. Vegan FC. Could. Now there's a penalty. This could mean that Penarrosa will be champions tonight. Di Nicolo. Wow. He misses. Wow, 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 wow. The drama here. Oh, vegan. Looks like a 5-0 win. Pretty fine. We could be facing suspensions and all that kind of stuff. But hopefully no such thing. Most likely just preparing for qualification game at this point. The PNF Patra, he will be missing in the final round of the season. Now a PNF goal as well from his foot. 2 minutes added. Pretty open match for the chance to challenge Penarosa. Three minutes at it. I think we'll keep an eye on this match until the last minute. It's been fairly low chance-wise. No pressing tactics here. 4-5. It's a 4-0 win for Penarosa Bramante. How bad is it to play one player in both series and friendly cup games couple of weeks? Form good? No, not at all. I do that with like the players that I have to like. When Volukis needs to play as a striker in order to win me games in the league, and then train and train playmaking, so there's no form loss. The only form loss is if they never play. There's injury risk. That's the only thing. Maybe a card risk as well if it's a cup. It's all over for Bramante and for Intercalbahare as well. 5-0. Forticaggio grabs a 2-0 win against Damiano Tomassi, and Piccolo Bisa wins 3-0 against Sonic the Hedgehog. And Nasty Dragons with a bit of a scare, to be honest. Do you get anything from play it cool if you lose? Yes. The thing about playing it cool and team spirit is the fact, like the thing you should probably think of it as energy. Like think of it as an energy, and if you tell your players to relax, you can, and your energy is at 6, you multiply it by 1.3 or 1/3 of a level. So if it was at 6, it would become 8. The thing you lose from losing a game is confidence. I'll show you on this team because I don't want to dox it, even though I'm playing a bot, but potentially playing a... It doesn't matter. Like if I had a match tomorrow and it was still satisfied, I would have to multiply 7 by 1.33. If you play normal, it just remains the same. Yeah, you probably should just play it cool in that match. When you play match of the season, you divide this by 2. You halve the team spirit. But the way I usually try to explain it is call this energy rather than team spirit, because the team spirit will just like it's connected to, oh well, we have to win if we are to keep the team spirit high, but that's not the case in Hattrick. So think of it as energy, perhaps. Or if you ask your players to play with a lot of intensity, and then they lose energy after the match. Okay, we're only trailing by 7. But then yeah, maybe not. Marinitas. They'll have a hard time competing. 33. They're playing a bot. I don't know if they'll throw, perhaps. Real Divis. They're playing a bot. They'll have a hard time. I think the HG Legends, they'll probably be able to sustain themselves. Both defensive teams? You think? HG Legends? Yeah, maybe, but they play bots all the time. No goals against, but okay. Yeah. Would I be able to find my... If I'm the top seed, would I be playing a number 6 or... Does it say anything about that in the manual? Qualification. Can't spell. Let's see. Okay, so is it the worst placed? Like points and goal difference, it would be the worst 6th placed. So potentially a strong league because it's the worst ranked. I mean, there's... You think I'll make it just above the line? You have to remember, I have to overtake all 3 teams. Do you think they'll throw the match? That's the only way I get above them. Six of the teams ahead of me. Because they'll be throwing the matches all. Yeah, in reality, it doesn't matter which one of the teams, right? Cosmos. These guys. They'll play a... Maybe. You never know. I mean... Do remember that we are not playing our best possible... But we're not doing a lot at the moment. Yeah, I know that, but... Right, just looking at a random 3rd division here. We still train scoring for the start of the next season. Okay, I'm not too scared about such a division. Could still be a bit troublesome. Not overly scary. This should... Yeah, this is a strong one, I can tell from the statistics. Veni Vidi Vici, I think we've played these guys. Head to head. No. Marino Sharks. They used to be a top flight team. Yeah, there'll be 32 teams ahead of me. 34 teams. What? 101 goals. SC Gandalf. I mean, 26 maximum. For the sake of your own... Oh, they play... Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know why I was thinking, but there's like all those teams. Doesn't matter as long as they draw. Metalcore play. Yeah, maybe there's a Middlesbrough. Yeah, they play a bot. Titani. They're equally strong. We played those guys. Ugh. Yeah, we did. They beat us. Beat us soundly. Nah, well, I should still play it cool, right? In order to save it up, should we end up in a situation. Can they play each other? But I don't see no. Okay, fairly even. Yeah, I'm thinking. There's still a chance. You think this guy is an Inter fan? Oh, he's not. I was just thinking about the snake. I'm looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to hopefully $109. This would be the seed, right? Next season. That's not what I wanted to see. I'm guessing, isn't the lowest level 4? Or would they have only 3 divisions in some countries? So rank 1 to all the way down to rank 128, and then we are rank 255 last year. 255. What was the rank this season? Shouldn't this be my ranking for next season, provided I finish in this exact spot in the promotion race? Let's just assume 109. Just trying to get an idea. We're not even on this page. That's a good thing. Yeah, but isn't this... I know this is power ranking, right? In ranked number 1 in my series. Yeah, I get that. 109. Isn't this my league position ranking? That can't be, because it would be at least... It can't be, because it... How many teams are in the cup? Couldn't it be? How many teams... Whoops, where's my pencil? Oh, it is? How annoying. 8. 32, that's 40. How many teams? That's 80. 40. 46. How many teams in the third tier? That would be 16 leagues times 8. 128, of course. $168 teams, and then what? Did you see my league ranking? Is it out right there? It's right there, idiot. Why didn't I just... Oh my. Maybe I should just... I wasn't elected to read. I was elected to lead. No. So if I'm 168, I'm guessing there's at least... Now I can't see the qualification status or what's going on. Nothing is loading at the moment. Hello. Did Hattrick also crash for you guys? Hamson, did you play Manmark? You thought the same as... You thought just the same about the man-marking speculation. Oh, and I wanted to see those... those seats. Oh, here we go. We're back. All right. So if we are... What, 196? 196. Still. Match 196. This was round 1. AC Lille Dielle. How did they play in the second round? Igra Valley Football. And the third round, Chester United. Fairly strong opposition, but not something completely out of the... If this is the case, it'll certainly be better than our cup ranking last season. Did it crash again? I think it did. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking positively about next season and potentially also getting further in the cup, looking at the team that supposedly had the rating that we could expect for next season if we finish like we do now. There's so many things that doesn't even make sense to check it now. Doesn't even make sense to check it after the next round, unless we know that we promote directly. Hey, Marius. Yeah, well, had the matches been running at the moment, this is what you would be seeing, right? So, yeah, I'm sorry, but next week, I'm hoping to be streaming once again. Anyway, it's time to close down the stream. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for being part of the chat and for being part of the community playing our beloved little Hattrick game. The season is about to end, and I'm already longing to the next season. Next week, the league will be concluded. I hope to see you next week as well, Marius. Thank you for stopping by at least. It's very nice of you. I hope you have had a great weekend and a great evening. And may you all enjoy what's left this Sunday evening. I know it's time for me to get going because I got an early start tomorrow. So, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of this. Take care. Have a great week. Bye.